So it appears that I am turning into the designated bug squisher for Microsoft Flight Simulator using the Honeycomb Bravo Throttle Quadrant. Actually, this is not so much a bug, but it's just an incompatibility with the way that the Honeycomb Bravo Throttle Quadrant autopilot is set up. The autopilot's set up that the left knob selects a function that is going to be adjusted by the right knob. And the right knob is key-bound to plus and minus in the simulator. And this happens to also be the keys that you use to adjust the sim rate to speed up and slow down the rate of the simulation. If you haven't done that before, it's typically often used on a very long cross-country flight and you just want to speed it up so you get closer to the ending of the flight where you're landing. So to restore the sim rate functionality, we have to do a different keybind. I'm going to search for rate, and I'm going to choose decrease sim rate, and I'm going to add a button combination. I'm going to hold down R and hit the minus key on the numeric keypad. Now I'm going to validate that, and it's going to prompt me to do a new keyboard profile. I'm just going to hit OK for this. So now I've bound the decrease. I'm going to increase it, hold down R, and hit the plus on the numeric keypad. So it's a new button combination to do the rate sim increase and decrease. Again, we're doing this because the defaults were overridden because the left knob of the autopilot is dictating what the plus and minus key is doing now. So in addition to the new keybinds on the keyboard, we can also go over to the Bravo Throttle Quadrant and do a keybind on here, I guess more accurately, a knob bind. So in the search by name field, I type the word rate and choose decrease sim rate. So we're going to bind it over here to the throttle quadrant. Now I can't just bind it to the right knob, left and right, because it's going to use whatever the left knob has selected. So I'm going to create a custom sequence by pushing up on the flaps and then turning the right knob. And that'll override the left knob selection. So I'm going to create the custom sequence. I'm pushing up on the flap lever and turning the knob to the left. And that decreases my sim rate now. I'll choose the increase sim rate, start scanning. I'll push up on the flap lever and turn the knob to the right. And that creates my custom combination to increase the sim rate here. Now I'll apply and save the changes and go back. Now you might have a question, why am I using the up flap lever? Because the sim rate change is usually done in cruise when your flaps are already up. So pushing up on the flap lever doesn't do anything anyway. Here I'm testing my keyboard keybinds, the R and plus and minus to speed up and slow down the sim rate. You can see the changes happening out the window. And now to test the up flaps with the right knob. To the right increases and to the left decreases the sim rate. So everything's working correctly.